Hello, this is Kylie Suarez with The Joy Shift, and I want to talk to you today about a very specific kind of secret. And it's not the kind of secret that ruins lives on television. It's much quieter than that. It's the secret you carry into boardrooms, into PTA meetings, into dinner parties with your friends. But first, if you haven't subscribed to The Joy Shift yet, do that right now. Before we go any further, it takes 3 seconds and it means you'll never miss a conversation like this one. Okay, back to that secret. From the outside, your life is a success story. You did it. You built the career. You raised the family. You created the stability. You're the woman everyone relies on. You're the one who has it all together. And still, there's a moment, maybe it happens when you pull into your driveway and you just sit in the car for 5 extra minutes before going inside. Or maybe it happens at 3 a.m. when the house is quiet and everyone is asleep and you're the only one awake with your own thoughts. Or maybe you've started to feel like you've disappeared inside your own life, because that happens too. And in that moment, a thought creeps in. Is this it? Is this all there is? And the second that thought appears, what happens? The guilt rushes in, the shame. You tell yourself, how dare I feel this way? I have a beautiful life. I have so much to be grateful for. What's wrong with me? I want you to hear me very clearly today. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You're not ungrateful and you're not broken and you're not wrong for feeling it. Today, we're going to talk about why feeling empty when you have everything is actually the most important signal you'll ever receive, and why you don't have to blow up your life to answer it. I had my own version of that moment, so I know what I'm talking about. Mine didn't happen in a car. It happened on a Tuesday afternoon in my office. I was running my husband's urology practice. I had a full life, and I still do, a good marriage, and I still do, 2 kids, and they haven't gone anywhere, a career I was competent at. Everything was functioning. And I remember sitting at my desk with a perfectly ordinary stack of work in front of me and thinking, I can't keep doing this. Not the work, the smallness of it, the sense that I had built a version of my life that fit everyone else's needs and had slowly stopped fitting mine. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even write it down because the guilt was immediate and enormous. I mean, really, you have a good life, Kylie. This is what was going on in my mind. You have so much. What right do you have to want more? Here's what I know now that I didn't know then. That guilt wasn't wisdom. That guilt was a guard. It was there to keep me from disrupting a life that worked for everyone around me, even if it had stopped being fully mine. And the fact that I felt it so strongly, that was the signal, not the proof that I was wrong, the signal that something in me was ready to expand. So when you feel it, that quiet, persistent emptiness, I'm not going to ask you to be grateful instead. I'm going to ask you to get curious. Let's talk about why you feel this way. I call it the permission trap. And for the first half of our lives, we're operating on a script. We're building the foundation. We're seeking permission from society, from our parents, from our industries to be seen as successful, responsible, and good. And you played that game brilliantly and you won. But here's the catch about winning that game. The skills that helped you build the foundation are not the same skills that will help you enjoy the house. You've spent decades building a life for the woman you were, for the people who needed you. But you're not the same woman anymore. You've evolved. Your life just hasn't expanded to make room for the newer version of you. Here's what I know about that version of you. The one who built everything. She's brilliant. She's the one who didn't flinch when things got hard, but she was built to achieve and to prove and to earn. She wasn't built to simply be. And now that version of you is handing you something different. Not a problem to solve, a signal to follow. That quiet emptiness, that low-grade Sunday dread, that boredom that doesn't quite make sense, it's not ingratitude. It's a signal. It's the unlived part of you knocking on the door saying, excuse me, we have more to do. We have more to be. But we don't listen to the signal because we're terrified. We think if I admit that I want more, I'd have to burn it all down. I'd have to quit my job, leave my marriage, move to a cabin in the woods. We think change requires destruction. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't. We don't do elimination here. We do integration. We do expansion. Before we go into the framework, if you're listening to this and you're nodding along, if this is the first time someone has named what you've been quietly carrying, I want to make sure you have somewhere to go with it after this episode ends. I created a free resource called the Permission Audit. It takes 10 questions. It takes about 12 minutes, and it's designed to show you exactly where the permission trap has been quietly running your decisions around your next chapter, your income, or the thing that keeps tapping you on the shoulder. Go to audit.kyliesuarez.com. I'll put The link also in the show notes. Now, the framework. How do we expand? How do we stop asking permission to want what we want? It starts with the permission stack, and it's 4 layers. And most women are skipping the first 2 entirely. I've spoken about this previously, but it is just so important. And that's why I keep on going about it. The first layer is desire. You have to let yourself want something just because you want it, not because it serves your family and not because it looks good on a resume and not because it's sensible or safe or easy to explain at dinner, just because it lights you up. And this sounds simple, but it's not simple because for women who have spent decades making decisions based on what everyone else needs, permitting yourself a pure, selfish, personal desire can feel almost transgressive, but do it anyway. Now, the second layer is permission. And this is the hardest part for women like us. You have to give yourself the permission you've been waiting for someone else to give you. No one is coming to hand you a certificate that says you've served enough. You may now enjoy your life. You have earned the right to want something that is yours. You have to sign that slip yourself. And I know that feels impossible because you've been rewarded your entire life for waiting, for deferring, for asking first. The permission trap runs deep. But here's what I've learned. The permission you're waiting for will not come from the outside. Was never going to. The only version that matters has always been the one you give yourself. And the third layer is action, not massive action, not quit your job action, not announce your entire new identity to the internet action. The next honest action. What's a 5-degree shift you can make this week? What's 1 hour you can reclaim for yourself? What's one conversation you've been postponing because having it would make this real? Start there. And the fourth layer is identity. When you take that action, even the small one, you start to see yourself differently. You stop being just the reliable one, the capable one, the one who holds it all together. You start becoming the woman who leads her own life. And that shift doesn't happen before the action. It happens because of it. You don't need a new life. You just need to bring all of you into the one you already have. I want you to think about that moment in the car or the 3 a.m. thought or the Tuesday afternoon at your desk. The next time you hear that voice asking, is this it? I don't want you to push it away with guilt. I want you to say, I hear you, and no, this isn't it. There's more. Because here's what I know about the woman who finally stops waiting for permission. You change how you see yourself, and you change how you decide, and you change what you tolerate. You change what you say yes to, and you change what you no longer need to explain. And not because someone gave you permission, because you finally stopped waiting for it. If this episode stirred something, if you've been carrying a quiet idea, a quiet hunger, a quiet version of yourself that hasn't had room yet, start with the permission audit. It's free. It's at audit.kyliesuarez.com. 10 questions, 12 minutes, and it'll show you exactly where the permission trap has been running your life without your knowledge. I'll put the link in the show notes. And if after taking it, you want to talk about what you're building, that link is there too. Make sure you're subscribed to The Joy Shift because this is the conversation we're going to keep having about identity, reinvention, self-trust, and what it looks like to build what's next without burning down what already matters. I'm Kylie Suarez. This is The Joy Shift, and I'm so glad you're here.